Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection Vidars channel. Here is the Mountain Mauler by Hot Wheels. The Mountain Mauler is a fantasy model of a buggy that is a lightweight vehicle that can run on rough terrains that can be used on racing and travel. This is a large buggy based on how the interior is scaled. This is also, I think, going to be a fast vehicle based on its design with the exaggerated details that we're going to see later. This variant, by the way, of the Mountain Mauler is a special one because this is a regular treasure hunt. It does have the regular treasure hunt symbol in the paint design that we're going to see later. This is already out of print, this variant, but I think the model itself is still available as a mainline model. I'm not really sure what year it's still running, maybe at present, or which case it's gonna be out, but it's still around. But this kind of treasure hunt is already out of print. If I remember correctly in the Hot Wheels Wikia, this has been released way back in 2016. If you want to find this specific model, then you have to look online for this. Let's now take a look at the Mountain Mauler, starting in the front. The Mountain Mauler does not have any paint designs, and just like most Hot Wheels models, the front and back of the model does not have any paint designs, and this is one of them. But it does have details such as the front lights, the grille, and even the circle plate part of the chassis. I mean the axle, if you see at the bottom in this chrome shiny plastic. The body is made of metal, the blue colored part, and the rest is made of plastic. We can see the engine at the top, and it does have the interior visible, the headboards at the back of the engine. Looking at the left side, at the driver's side, this has all the paint designs, and look at this, the regular treasure hunt symbol logo. It's just above the back fender. This is going to be a very fast vehicle because of the exposed engine with the exhausts. It's very stylish, by the way. It does have these shiny blue chrome rim. These are truck wheels, I believe. There are details such as the suspension, which is really needed because once this runs on a fast speed on rough terrains, then the riders must be somehow comfortable during the race. Looking at the other side, on the passenger side on the right, everything's the same with the treasure hunt symbol in light blue with the flame in black, the body in this dark blue, the paint design in the center with the Hot Wheels Daredevils. 64, I'm not really sure why it's the 64. Maybe it's a favorite number or some random number done by the designer. And look at this, BV. I'm pretty sure that the BV acronym is the initial of the designer of this model, or maybe one of the designers. We can see also the truck wheels. They're the same size, by the way. It's not the usual Hot Wheels default wheel configuration wherein the large wheel is at the back, no, but they're the same size. So you can think of it as, instead of having the regular wheel in the front, then the large wheel at the back, it has both large truck wheels on the vehicle. Again, the suspension in plastic, engine, some of the interior can be seen from here. At the back is the spoiler, by the way. This might be some sort of aerodynamic design, not really sure. You can see more of the chassis at the bottom. Just one piece plastic with the exhaust. Made of plastic, that's chrome, very shiny. At the back, like in the front, it does not have any paint design, but there's some realism included because this one also has the disc that is attached on the axle just like in the front. But unlike in the front, it's more on the, what is this? On the left side, on our right, by the way, we're viewing it. At the back, it's in the center instead. Pardon for the shininess of the flash. But what I really found interesting and I appreciate, because instead of having a paint design at the back, we get to see a casting detail of the Hot Wheels logo in the form of the, I guess this is the license plate. It's a casting detail. If you have this model and try to touch it, you're gonna feel the texture on it. See that? The Hot Wheels text logo. That is a casting detail of the vehicle. Very rare for me, and it's a nice touch to have it in this model. It would be very nice if they painted this, but I think this is okay. Makes up for the missing paint design. You're not seeing red here, it's just my skin, I guess, the reflection. Alright, let's go at the top. Here's the whole top of the mountain mauler. Let's look at it. Starting at the front hood, here is the whole engine. It does not have any paint design. It's one piece plastic. It's made of this matte finish plastic. Then we go here. It's sticking out from the center of the front hood. I guess this one is how can I say this? It's a casting sprue, I guess. When they try to assemble the model, or this might be maybe an error. Not really sure about that. But let's move on to the middle. It has the roll cage to protect the passengers in the car. We're gonna explore the interior more later. And just like in the front, by the way, here's the suspension. It's one piece with the front. We have the suspension also at the back. They have the same height, right? I think this suspension is larger than this one. Back here, these are gas tanks, maybe for extra fuel or for speed boosts. If they're gonna boost the speed with these canisters. Where's the exhaust, by the way? I guess there's no exhaust, but in the world of Hot Wheels fantasy, anything can be possible. So, oh right, I forgot. The exhaust is around here on the sides. So once the speed boost goes on, heat is produced on the engine, as I imagine it, and then the heat will be dissipated by the exhausts. And it's kind of cool if you think about it. Now the interior, here is the interior from the passenger side. I hope I can show it to you. There's the transmission stick in the middle, the console in front of the transmission stick. The seats do have some casting detail. Make it soft. Do they have any seat belts? I guess not, but let's just assume that when this becomes real in the Hot Wheels fantasy, then the seat belts are present in this vehicle. Let's see the seat in the driver's side. I guess these are what you call bucket seats, because it's kind of enclosing the person to protect during the rough racing. Here is the driver's wheel, more of the console in the center. I guess that's the base, because it's kind of shiny, just like here in the exhaust. How about the other side? I guess the base is not present, it's closed here. Let's look at the base. Very shiny base. I'm just gonna tilt this a little bit later. Here is the axle in the front. Nice detailing. The information of the vehicle. Originally released maybe in 2013, maybe 2012 or even 2014. You know how they release these models? It's not that consistent with their release dates, but it's here. At least we have a clue. I mentioned earlier that this was from 2016 because I read that from the Wikia, and I guess I remember getting this model during those months on that year. Looking here at the base, shiny at the back, the rivets to attach the model in 3 pieces, and the back has the axle as well with the detailing, the disc that we saw earlier, just like in the front. A very nice detailed fantasy model. Fantasy, but it does have the aspects of a real buggy vehicle. It would be great if Hot Wheels releases this as a premium model. I haven't checked the Wikia if they did release a premium model, but I do remember this has been released in some sort of theme packs. You know, the 5-car pack or 8-car pack, something like that. But I'm glad I got this one as a regular treasure hunt, because regular treasure hunts are kind of rare compared to just regular main lines. But it's just a paint design and how they did it. They made it a little bit more special because of how they created this as a regular treasure hunt. So far, there's no working gimmick here. It's a nice fantasy model. It's a large one. I mentioned earlier, by the way, that this is a large buggy because look at the seats. The seats are kind of small when you compare this with the front and the back, because smaller seats based on my observation. If the interiors are it's smaller, then the vehicle is larger. But if the interior is a little bit larger than usual, maybe if you just imagine that it's gonna be just add a little 2 millimeters on the width, I mean side to side, then that I can treat that as a larger vehicle. I mean the smaller vehicle. I mean smaller interior, larger vehicle, larger interior, smaller vehicle. If I find a vehicle in my collection that has a larger interior, I'm gonna point that out in my upcoming videos. I usually mention that. This ends my video art on the Mountain Mauler Regular Treasure Hunt Edition by Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.